If you're a divorced Christian woman who is tired of feeling broken, too old, or like you missed your chance at love, I need you to hear this. You are not damaged goods, and God is not finished with your story. But winging it and dating after divorce is exactly how you end up repeating the same painful patterns. Inside my Dating After Divorce membership, you will get a proven framework to spot red flags early, weekly coaching calls for real dating situations, and a community of women who truly get what you're walking through, all rooted in faith and practical guidance. Right now, I am looking for a few founding members to lock in 50% off for life before this offer closes and the price goes up. No more settling out of fear, no more giving your heart to men who haven't earned it. You deserve a love that honors you, and it's time to believe that is possible. The link is in the show notes, but do not wait. This offer will not last long. If you've been running on autopilot since your divorce, just managing the chaos, the emotions, and the never-ending to-do list, this episode is your permission slip to finally slow down. So many women come out of divorce just trying to hold it together, white-knuckling their way through each day without ever stopping to ask, is this the life I actually want? In this episode, we're diving into what it really takes to shift out of survival mode and into a life rooted in peace, clarity, and purpose. Because you didn't get through the hardest chapter of your life just to stay stuck. You did it so you could finally start living. This episode is like that honest conversation you've been craving with a friend who truly gets it. No sugarcoating, no toxic positivity, just real talk about what life after divorce actually feels like and what it takes to move forward. If you ever felt guilty for not bouncing back fast enough, or wondering why you still feel so emotionally exhausted, even though the hardest part is supposedly over, this episode was made for you. It's warm, it's relatable, and it's going to meet you exactly where you are. Listening to this episode all the way through could be the turning point you didn't know you needed. Each piece builds onto the next, walking you from understanding why you feel stuck all the way to having real, actionable tools to start creating something better. By the time it's done, you'll have more clarity about what's been keeping you in survival mode and a renewed sense of hope that peace isn't just possible. It's closer than you think. Don't skip ahead. Every part of this was designed with you in mind. If you're tired of carrying wounds from your past marriage or your past relationship, and you are afraid of being hurt again, but want to learn how to communicate and build trust so you can find a godly partner, you are in the right place. I am Patty Morimura, a relationship coach for Christian women over 40. I learned the secrets of building a God-centered relationship after divorce, healing emotionally, and overcoming fear without losing myself in the process. If you're ready for healing, stability in your life, and maybe even dating again, grab your earbuds and a notebook to take notes, and let's do this. Imagine this. It's Tuesday night. The kids are finally in bed. The house is quiet, and for the first time all day, you sit down. You should feel relieved, but instead, you just feel empty. You look around at the life you're managing and realize you can't remember the last time you felt like yourself. Not the version of you that was someone's wife. Not the version of you running from appointment to appointment. Just you. You're not falling apart. You're not ungrateful. You're just exhausted from holding everything together for so long that you forgot you were allowed to want more than this. That moment right there, that quiet, heavy Tuesday night, that's survival mode. And if that hit a little close to home, you are in the right place. See, we tend to go through these 3 steps after divorce. You're stuck in reactive living. Reactive living means your entire day is spent responding to whatever comes at you. The text, the co-parenting drama, the bills, the emotional triggers. Instead of intentionally creating the life you want, you're always putting out fires and never actually building anything. This happens because divorce forces you into a crisis mode, and your nervous system adapts to that. Your brain gets so used to being on high alert that even when things calm down, it keeps scanning for the next problem. Over time, reacting becomes your default setting because it felt like the only way to survive. You will need to overcome this by craving out maybe even 10 minutes a day that are yours. Not for productivity, not for the kids, just for you to be still and intentional. Begin asking yourself one question each morning. What is one thing I want to create today? Shifting from reaction to choosing, even in small ways, starts rewiring how you move through the day. Number 2, you've lost your sense of identity. See, after divorce, many women find themselves asking, who am I now? The roles that once defined you, the wife, the partner, part of a unit, are gone. And what's left can feel unfamiliar and even frightening. You may find yourself going through the emotions without any real sense of who you are or what you actually want. When you're in a long-term relationship, your identity naturally becomes part of your partner's. Your routines, your social circle, your future plans, and all of it was shared. Divorce doesn't just end a marriage. It dismantles the entire framework you built your sense of self around. That loss is real, and it takes time to grieve. How to overcome this? Give yourself permission to explore without pressure. Start small, revisiting things you loved before the relationship. Try something new with zero expectation and pay attention to what lights you up. Journaling prompts like, what did I used to love and what have I always wanted to try can be powerful starting points, and your identity is not gone. It's just waiting for you to rediscover it. Another point is you can feel guilty for wanting more. Even after everything you've been through, there's that quiet voice that says you shouldn't want too much, that you should just be grateful things are stable, that wanting joy or excitement or a full life is somehow selfish. So you shrink, you settle, and you call it gratitude when it's really just fear. This happens because divorce often comes with a mountain of guilt. Guilt over the kids, guilt over the family that broke apart, guilt over decisions made. That guilt has a sneaky way of spilling into every area of your life, convincing you that wanting more is somehow greedy or ungrateful. Society also has a way of quietly telling women to keep their needs small, especially after a major life change. I need you to overcome this by reminding yourself that wanting a beautiful, peaceful, fulfilling life is not selfish. It is your right. In fact, the more whole and happy you become, the better you show up for everyone around you, especially your kids. Start practicing what it feels like to want something without apologizing for it. Say it out loud. Write it down. Own it. You survived the hard part. You are allowed to want something wonderful on the other side. So here's what we covered today. First, we talked about reactive living, how divorce throws your nervous system into survival mode, and how you can start making small intentional choices to take your power back. Second, we explained losing your sense of identity. Why it happens, why it's completely normal, and how rediscovering who you are can actually be one of the most beautiful parts of this journey. And third, we unpacked the guilt of wanting more, because you deserve to want a big, full, peaceful life, and it is time to stop apologizing for it. If today's episode resonated with you, share it with the woman who needs to hear it. And remember, you didn't come this far just to stay stuck. You've got so much life ahead of you. Let's go build it. Change everything. Your calling did not end with your marriage. It is just getting started. As we wrap up today, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge you for showing up, for listening, and for trusting that God is not finished with your story. That takes faith. And faith is actually what's going to carry you forward. Survival mode got you through the storm, but God never intended for you to stay there. He has so much more for you. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." That verse is not just words on a page. It's a promise written specifically for the reason you are walking through that right now. So take a deep breath and release the weight you've been carrying. You don't have to have it all figured out today. Trust that the same God who walked with you through the hardest moments of your life is already going ahead of you, preparing something beautiful on the other side. Take what resonated with you today, bring it to Him in prayer, and take one small step forward in faith. I'm rooting for you. And more importantly, He is. Until next time, take care of yourself, lean on your faith, and remember, your best chapter is still being written. Thank you for listening. Till next time, blessings. Hey sister, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, would you take 30 seconds and share this episode with a friend who may want to hear it to help her heal from her past wounds? Also, please leave a quick review for the show on Apple Podcasts. It lights me up to know this podcast is helping you. Okay, now go pour yourself a cup of coffee, open your journal, and sit with everything God spoke to you today. You deserve that quiet moment with Him. I'll meet you back on Tuesday for another episode. And like my mom used to say, que Dios te acompañe siempre. And that translates to, may God go with you wherever you go.